Hello, everyone. This is Alex, and welcome to the mathleague.org YouTube channel. We'll be talking about sprint problem 28 from the November 2020 high school test 12102. So let's see. Looks like we've got a function of the logarithm base b multiplied by a and then translated by c. We're given that a, b, and c are integers with a non-zero and b greater than 1. Okay, that makes sense, right? I'm thinking to myself, because logs aren't defined for negative bases, or 0 or 1. And if a is non-zero, that just guarantees that it won't go away, this term won't go away, and make the whole thing superfluous. Cool, so we've got that cleared up. Now, what else? Define g of x to be the inverse function of f, and okay, we're given a couple values. G of 3 is 4, and g of 9 is 8. And we want to compute the sum of all possible values of c. Real head scratcher, that one. Well, what can we think of? Okay, I'm thinking now, since this is late in the test and I'm very tired, why don't I just try plugging in values? That always works. G of 3 is 4, so because g is the inverse function of f of 4 is 3. That tells us by the properties of inverse functions. That means we can now plug in x equals 4, and we get that a times log of b of 4 plus c, that's 3. And g of 9 is 8. That's f of 8 equals 9. So now we can plug in x equals 8 into the same definition for f. We get a times log base b of 8 plus c is equal to 9. Okay, so what that's telling me is that a times log base b of 8 minus a times log base b of 4, that's 6. Now you can factor out the a. We get a times log base b of 8 minus log base b of 4, and that's still 6. Okay, now what do we know about logarithms? Well, 8, that's 2 cubed, and 4 is 2 squared. And we'd rather reduce this guy in the parentheses, this log base b of 8 minus log base b of 4, to something we like better. How about writing the log base b of 8 as, we'll write this first as log b of 2 cubed, as 3 times log base b of 2. I'm going to move this out a little bit. Right, okay, that's better. And then you can similarly write log base b of 4 as log base b of 2 squared. That's 2 times log base b of 2. Okay, so that way we just end up with a times a log base b of 2 is 6. Since we already know, not 7, 6. And since we already know that a times log base b of 4 plus c is 3, right, up here, right? Well, log base b of 4, should probably put this on another side. From first equation, a times log base b of 4 plus c equals 3. Well, we know that log base b of 4 is 2 times log base b of 2. So plug that in. We get, plug it into this guy, I should say. We get that's a times 2 times log base b of 2 plus c. Well, we just saw that a times log base b of 2 is 6. So 12 plus c equals 3. And voila, out pops the answer, which is c equals minus 9. And we're done.
Hi, everybody. This is Tim. Hope you're enjoying our videos. If so, you know what to do. Like, subscribe, turn on notifications, all that sort of thing. But what I'd really want to invite you to do is to send us an email at media@mathleague.org. Tell us which problems you'd like to see us cover next in our video series. Take care and see you in the next video.